Hello, children. Good morning. Today, in our English class, we'll continue with the exercise of lesson number 8, A Game of Chance. Dear students, listen to this conversation. What is this game, Papa? I want to play it. That is a ring toss game. Son, I want to play and win this game. My dear, that's a trick game. You can play the game if you want, but don't think about winning. Just enjoy it. I played the game, lost. I played it again and lost it again. After some 3 to 4 failed attempts, I was really not in a mood to play this game again or anymore. I learned a lesson. This is something about a girl who went to the fair. It is my story. So, for you, there is one activity that you have to write in your own words your experience about a day at the fair. Were you too attracted towards such kind of tricky lucky charms or not? If yes, how did your parents convince you or make you understand about it? And if no, then also write about your experience in your own words and let's see how you enjoyed the fair. Okay, dear children, I had told you to share the meanings of the words of this lesson. So here I am sending the answers of the meanings of the words. Now let's move on to the next exercise. Here there are certain words that are given against the sentences, and here it is said that the words can be used in the form of nouns as well as verbs. So just let us see it. You have to use them appropriately in the blanks. Some of them can be used as nouns and some of them can be used as verbs. Let us see the first one. The two teams have blank 3 matches already. Now the verb form is given in the bracket, that is play, play. Now already played. When they have already played, then it is the past tense form of the verb and we used it as played, played. So the answer is the two teams have played 3 matches already. Now the second one. The last day's play was excellent. Now here the play is not used as a verb, but we use it as a noun because we are talking about the last day's play. That means the game. Here the play means the game. Number 2. She has a lovely face. Here we use face as it is. And in the second one, we see India faced a number of problems these days. Now here when we are talking about faced, then we are facing some condition. So here something is done. So here it is used as a verb. He made his mark in essay writing. To make a mark means perform nicely. And articles marked sold are reserved. So here articles marked sold means the articles that are marked means written with something. Here it is written sold are reserved. जो बेचने के लिए लिखा गया है sold, they are reserved, so they should not be touched. The police are combing the area to catch the burglars. Now to comb the area, here they are combing the area. So here it is used in the verb form. Here we are not talking about the comb that we use to hair the means to comb our hair, but here combing means they are moving around, they are taking a round. Whereas in the second sentence you can see an ordinary plastic comb costs 5 rupees. So here the comb is a thing that is used to comb our hairs. So here it is used as a noun. Whereas in the previous sentence it was used as a verb. So we must know that there are certain words which are used in both the ways, though they are the same word, but they are used in different context in different sentences. That means they can be used sometimes as nouns and sometimes as verb. Okay, now here there are other examples too. I'll not discuss all these. Try on your own. And here I have also given you the solution of these answers. But first you try on your own and then go for the solution. Let's move on to the next question. Notice the use of there in the following sentences. Now, see children, we have two words THERE and THEIR. Though they seem same, but they are different words. Their meaning is different and their use is different. And when we pronounce them, then also we use THERE there and THEIR there. Okay, so let us talk about this. There was a big crowd at the fair. There were many things I would have liked to buy. Now here, there shows, it does not show position, it does not show the place, but it shows the condition that there was a big crowd at the fair. So now we have to use there in the sentences, but how we have to find? By using there in the beginning of the sentence. Let us see this example. I can do nothing to help you. So the answer is there is nothing I can do to help you. See, the sentence is same, but the answer starts with, or the sentence starts with there. Likewise, in the second sentence we have a man at the door is asking to see you. And when we start with there, we write there is a man at the door asking to see you. So here also there is the same sentence, but it starts with there. Likewise, there are some other questions too. Let us see the first one. This park has beautiful roses. So how can we write it in the form where we start with there? So we write it as there is a park which has beautiful roses in it. So see, we are talking about the roses that are in the park, but we start the sentence with there. Let us see the next one. Your story has fun in it. So there is, sorry, no fun in it. So the answer starting from there is no fun in your story. Now there are 3 more sentences. Try to write on your own and then check it from the solution. Okay, now let's move on to the next question. Fill in the blanks in the paragraph below with words from the box. Now children, this exercise is on page number 106 in your textbook, A Game of Chance. So today you have to complete this exercise. Take your own time. If it doesn't get over today, you can write within 1 or 2 days. But please complete your work on time. Okay, here we have some blanks in the form of a paragraph. In the paragraph, you have to write the words that are given in the bracket. So, using the words given in the bracket, you have to complete these sentences. There was a huge Eid fair in our village. We could buy anything from a small. Here a small word is not given, here tiny word is given, but you can use any. From a tiny toy to a big camel. I went to the fair on its last day with uncle and bhaiya. We went to the lucky shop. It was very interesting. I tried my luck but did not win any prize. Later, uncle told me that I was more foolish than unlucky. So, see, children, here you have to comprehend the text. Now, what is the meaning of comprehending? Comprehending means you have to read it once, then think about the possible answers that can fit in the blanks, and then after writing the answer, you have to read it once again in order to check whether you have written the paragraph properly or not, and does it sound meaningful or not. So these type of exercises are very good for our uh, skills, development of skill of writing and reading as well. So I would like you to write this exercise on your own first. So don't go for the solution, don't see the answers, just try to understand. Then just open your textbook and notebook and write yourself, and later on you can check the answers. Okay, so this was all about the exercise on page number 105 and 106. So we'll be talking about other things in the next class. Till then, have a nice day. Thank you.